Hello everyone. So as we discussed in the previous lecture that we will study about circular and hyperbolic functions. So in this lecture we will study the basic concept of circular and hyperbolic functions. So first of all, circular functions. Now from Euler's formula we know that e raised to I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. But if e raised to minus I theta is there, then we get cos theta minus I sin theta. And from this we get cos theta is equal to e raised to I theta plus e raised to minus I theta by 2. And sin theta is equal to e raised to I theta minus e raised to minus I theta by 2. Okay? So, moving towards hyperbolic functions. If x is real and complex, then hyperbolic cosine of x is defined and denoted as cos hx equal to e raised to x plus e raised to minus x by 2. Okay? If it is circular function, then it is represented in the form of theta. But if it is hyperbolic function, then it is represented in this way. That is cos hyperbolic of x, that is cos hx equal to e raised to x plus e raised to minus x by 2. Similarly, if again x is real and complex, then hyperbolic sine of x is defined and denoted as sin hx equal to e raised to x minus e raised to minus x by 2. Okay? So this is the main difference between circular functions and hyperbolic functions, that here all the terms are represented as hyperbolic of x. Similarly, you have to remember your formulas, okay, so which it will be useful in your examples. Whenever we will solve examples, they will be helpful. Similarly, the other hyperbolic functions can be tan hx, and tan hx is equal to sin hx by cos hx. So that is equal to e raised to x minus e raised to minus x upon e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. And cot hx is equal to cos hx divided by sin hx. That is e raised to x plus e raised to minus x divided by e raised to x minus e raised to minus x. These are the formulas which you have to remember. Proof of this formula is not asked, but you directly have to remember this formula so that it will be useful while solving different examples. Okay? Similarly, we get sec hx. Sec hx is equal to 1 by cos hx. That is, we get 2 upon e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. Then cosec hx. That is equal to 1 by sin hx. So we get 2 upon e raised to x minus e raised to minus x. Now this is the table. You have to remember that whenever you put values minus infinity, 0 and infinity in sin hz, cos hz and tan hz, then you get this value. Sin of h minus infinity will be minus infinity. Sin of h0 will be 0 and so on. So you have to remember this table so that in the examples we can directly, if we have cos h of 0, then we can directly put that its value is 1. Okay? And again it is noted here that sin h of minus z is equal to minus sin of hz. Minus sin hz, as it is sin is an odd function, minus sign will remain here. But if you take cos h of minus z, then as it is an even function, minus sign will be not written here, and so we will get cos hz. Okay? So value of sin h minus z is equal to minus sin hz, and cos h minus z is equal to cos hz. So now we will study the relation between circular and hyperbolic functions. Sin of ix is equal to I sin hx. Sin of hix is equal to I sin x. Cos ix is equal to cos hx. Cos hix is equal to cos x. and tan ix is equal to I tan hx and tan hix is equal to I tan x. Sin અને tan નું આમ સિમિલર છે કે જ્યારે tan ix કે sin ix હોય તો it will be I sin hx or I tan hx. The difference is only about the cos terms. Okay? Now you have to remember some formulas on hyperbolic functions. Okay? So first part is whenever it is given cos hyperbolic h square, that is this all are hyperbolic functions. Whenever you are given cos h square x minus sin h square x, then its value is always 1. If it is given sec h square x plus tan h square x, then its value is also 1. And if you are given cot h square x minus cosec h square x, then also its value is 1. So you have to remember કે આ ત્રણેય માટેની વેલ્યુ છે આ ડાયરેક્ટલી આ ફોર્મમાં આ ટર્મ આપી હોય તો એની બદલે 1 લખી શકીએ. ઓકે, સો યુ હેવ ટુ રિમેમ્બર ધેટ વેલ્યુ ઓફ ધીસ 3 is 1. Now there are some result. The graph of cos hx is symmetrical about y-axis. Okay, cos hx no graph છે is symmetrical હશે about y-axis, and the graph of sin hx is symmetrical in opposite quadrants. And you all know that e raised to x is equal to cos hx plus sin hx. But if you have e raised to minus x, then its value is cos hx minus sin hx. Then sin of h minus x is equal to minus sin hx. And cos h of minus x is equal to cos hx. Again, we discussed previously that as it is a odd function, here minus sign will remain, and as it is an even function, we will get here only cos hx. Now, differentiation of sin hx, that is d by dx of sin hx is equal to cos hx. And differentiation of cos hx is also equal to sin hx. Okay? Similarly, integration of cos hx is equal to sin hx, and integration of sin hx is equal to cos hx. Okay? Now, value of sin h2x. It is similar to the formula we use, that is sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta into cos theta. So here, as it is a hyperbolic function, we will get 2 sin hx into cos hx. Okay? Here only change is that here we are using h because it is a hyperbolic term. Similarly, cos h2x, that is cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1, or 1 plus 2 sin square theta, that is 1 plus 2 sin h square x, or 2 cos h square x minus 1. Similarly, you will get tan h2x. Tan h2x is equal to 2 tan hx upon 1 plus tan h square x. That is, you have to take the ratio of sin h2x and cos h2x, then you will get this term. But you can directly remember that value of tan h2x is equal to 2 tan hx upon 1 plus tan h square x. Then value of sin h3x is equal to 3 sin hx plus 4 sin h cube x. This formula is also similar to formula of sin 3 theta, and it is similar to cos 3 theta, and this is similar to tan 3 theta. But here in place of theta, as it is a hyperbolic function, we are using h term. So again, cos h3x is equal to 4 cos h cube x minus 3 cos hx. And value of tan h3x is equal to 3 tan x plus tan h cube x upon 1 plus 3 tan h square x. Okay? There are some more formulas. Sin h x plus or minus y, that is sin a plus b or a minus b. Then we already know this formula, that is sin a into cos b plus cos b into sin a. So here again it is hyperbolic function, so only the value changes. So we get here sin h of x plus or minus y is equal to sin hx into cos hy plus or minus cos hx into sin hy. And for cos h x plus or minus y, that is cos h a plus b form, we will get cos hx cos into cos hy plus or minus sin hx into sin hy. And by seeing this formula, you can remember that this is the form of sine plus sine, sine minus sine form, cos plus cos and cos minus cos form. So, sine plus sine is equal to 2sc. Similarly, sine minus sine is equal to 2cs. Cos plus cos is equal to 2cc. And cos minus cos is equal to 2ss. Okay? That is 2 sin hx into sin hy. That is equal to cos h x plus y minus cos h x minus y. Okay? So this functions, hyperbolic functions, were similar to the circular functions. But circular functions are represented in theta, and these hyperbolic functions are represented in the form of hx. Similarly, sin hx plus sin hy is equal to 2 sin h x plus y by 2 into cos h x minus y by 2. For sin hx minus sin hy, you get 2 cos h into x plus y by 2 into sin h into x minus y by 2. Then for cos hx plus cos hy, you get 2 cos h into x plus y by 2 into cos h x minus y by 2. And for cos hx minus cos hy, you get 2 sin h x plus y by 2 into sin h x minus y by 2. So, these are the basic formulas which we are already using it. But here they are in the form of hyperbolic function. Now, mode of sin z square is equal to sin h square x plus sin square y. And mode of cos z square is equal to sin h square x plus cos square y. Okay? Now, there are some trigonometric functions, inverse trigonometric and hyperbolic functions. Here also you directly have to remember these formulas. Okay? So first one is, whenever you get sin h inverse x, then in place of this term, you can directly write log x plus under root x square plus 1. And if you get cos h inverse x, if you are given this term in the example, then you can directly write log x plus under root x square minus 1. Value of tan h inverse x is equal to 1 by 2 log 1 plus x upon 1 minus x. Then value of cot h inverse x is equal to 1 by 2 log x plus 1 by x minus 1. And then at last, the value of sec and cosec. That is, sec h inverse x is equal to log 1 plus under root 1 minus x square upon x. And value of cosec h inverse x is equal to log 1 plus under root 1 plus x square by x. So these are some formulas of hyperbolic functions. So do write these formulas in your lecture book without fail. Okay? We will see the examples of these formulas based on the hyperbolic function in the next lecture. Okay? Till then, thank you everyone. I hope you all liked my video lecture. Thank you.